Hey, thanks for stopping by our store. My name is Jason McClure. I'm with Algebra Help Desk. Let's look at our PEMDAS Worksheet Bundle. Here at Algebra Help Desk, we believe in differentiation. We believe every school, every teacher, every kid is different. So with that in mind, all of our worksheets have 3 different levels. We have our entry level, which we'll look at in just a second. These are really straightforward. The bare minimum that a student should know in order to move to the next lesson. Then we have emerging, which has, they have a few twists and turns. And finally, we have the expert level for those kids that need a little bit more rigor and they need a little bit more challenging because, quite frankly, they need it because they're smart. So with the PEMDAS, our entry level, this is what kids should be doing in Algebra 1. They should be able to work a question like 6 plus 6 times 5. They should do 6 times 5, which is 30, and then add 6. They should be able to square. And these are designed to be done without a calculator. We do have some cubed roots, but here, and we're diligent with it, like 2 cubed, well, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 plus 1, well, that's 17. A kid should be able to do that without a calculator. They should be able to do it just like I did, but I get they may not have the practice, but that's the thought process here in these entry-level problems. They're designed to be done calculator free because we want students to develop their mathematical intuition. We've got 5 different versions of the entry level. We have an answer key, and you notice we have a rating and a place for kids to make comments or ask questions. Sometimes kids have questions, but they don't want to ask in front of the whole group. That was true when I was a kid. It's going to be true 100 years from now, as long as kids are kids. That's the entry level. The emerging, let's take a minute and look at the emerging level. One thing you may notice is we got variables. Now these are expressions, and we're not asking them to solve expressions just yet. We're just focusing in on the PEMDAS scale. If you wanted, depending on your kids, you can put an equal sign and make whatever equation you want. And that's one reason we like to make things open to edit, because you may have kids that can do this, but they may not be ready for the expert level. So with just a little typing, you can make just the perfect worksheet for you. We had the same reflection questions. Hey, I'm lost. Hey, I need some help. I don't need help. I can teach it. And as we go through this, there's a lot of parentheses. There's various variables because we're trying to train these kids to get used to like distributing variables and letters and thinking of variables just as an unknown value because that's what they are. So once again, this is our emerging. We've got 5 different versions. Each one has an answer key. So the emerging, we throw in some variables. Now we'll look at the expert. The expert, we're adding more variables and we're making them a little bit longer. Here, we'll have 2 sets of parentheses. Here inside the parentheses, we're dividing. So we're adding some of those twists. This is kind of stuff you'd see in college algebra with different operations inside the parentheses, but they're just a little bit more complex. There's 1 or 2 more steps in the emerging. And they need to be because these are expert level. These are for the kids that are really knocking it out of the ballpark. A lot of our answers, they're binomials. This is going to help prepare those kids to when we get to multiplying polynomials and binomials and FOIL and that kind of stuff. So here's our expert level. So again, there's 5 different versions. So in this bundle, you're in essence getting 15 different worksheets, all with answer keys, with some self-reflection questions. So it's a pretty good value. If you have any questions or comments, or you would like me to make some changes, just let me know in the questions and answers, and I'll be glad to help you out.